creatives, how are you? Welcome back to the Nerd Creative channel. Build the Moomin house, box 11 part 4. In this video we'll be working through issue 39 of the build. Grab yourself a coffee, sit back, relax and enjoy. So these are the components. So every issue comes with components and a magazine. So these are the components for issue 39. So in this issue we'll be completing the first floor ceiling floor beams, ceiling beams. And we'll also be building another one of these beds. We've built one of these before. The ghost. Who worries that no one is afraid of it? The memoirs of Moomin Papa. Meeting Moomin Mama. Oh, interesting. So this is our step-by-step instructions, which goes over 2 pages. So in the next video we'll be working on this bed. And there's the ghost at the back. So start off with our admin work. So these are our components. Let's just get them opened. And they are in a bag and in blister packs as well. Let's get the blister pack open. Yeah, sometimes they open, sometimes they don't. Let me just loosen them. Loosen them up. So we've got these 2 pieces here. So we've got 2 beams D, and that's all we need to finish the beams. Just put the magazine aside and bring back the beams we've already made, which are here, and of course this is the ceiling where the beams will be going. So let's begin. So for this I've brought back these 2 short beams that we didn't actually use in the last video. So I've got my glue, so we need to put these together. So I'm going to put some glue in here. So this is G, this is F, that's D and that's D. So I'm going to put some glue in F. Like that. It's our wood glue that we're using. So I'm just going to spread the glue around. Oops, sticking to me. So we'll get one of our D's, and we need the, see this sloped effect, it needs to be sloping towards here to the right hand side. And then we've got these beveled areas, I think they're called. Beveled, I think. Yeah, I think they're beveled. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and we're going to put it in this middle one here. So they've got 1 at the top, 1 in the middle, and 1 at the bottom. So we just put that in there like that. Sit it in there. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the full length of the beam there. This is the other D beam there. So I'm just going to leave that to dry. Actually, what I will do is I'm going to put this in place as well. This is RG, and you have to position it this way so that the slopes look like that, and it's going to go in the top. So we need to put glue in there. Trusty wood glue again, and a cocktail stick just to spread the glue around like that. I've got to remove some of it because we don't need that much. And then what we need to do is remember it's that way, and we just put it in this top cutout area, I'm calling it. There, that's our two there. And I'm just going to leave that to dry. So that's dry now. Sorry, that's dry now. So what we've got to do is we've got to put up like a brown wash on both of these. I brought this one back, and it says, it actually tells you in the instructions that you only need to paint one side, and it's the side, see where the letters are, you got to paint this side. See, there's a D on the back of there, so you paint this side. So you paint in the front and the sides, but you don't need to paint the back, which is good. So we've got to mix up some brown paint. So it's 1 part brown, like that, and 10 parts water. That might be a bit too much water. We'll see. So I'm going to use this brush here. And I'm going to test it. You get these little kind of pieces of paper in with the components. So I'm just going to test it, make sure it is. I think that's okay. I think that'll be fine. So because it's a wash, we've got to move quite quickly with a brush. So I'm just going to, and remember you can keep dabbing the brush if you think there's too much, like that. If you think there's too much pen on, like that. Because it's a wash we're creating, just take pen off. Just going to, like that, just get it painted. So we're getting that wash effect rather than painting it brown. And I'm going to do these end bits here. That, and the other ends. That really does soak in that paint on those ends. Just watch that, so look at it, it soaks in. So we can get these sides done as well because it's soaking straight in, so it's not even like it's wet. That top end there to do. In the middle. And hold it there. And that whole section done. That. So I'm going to leave that to dry, and then we're going to do this side with the cutouts. And then the bits that you don't see, which I don't really need to paint, but I'm going to do that anyway. And then this side, this whole side here. other side. That bottom side as well. Just going to flip that over. Now this is pretty much soaked in now, so I can do the bits that I couldn't get to. Just checking that end needs doing. Oops, that end needs doing that. That end's done. So we need to get to these sides now. And then the other side. And then there's this side and that side to do. So I'm going to hold it there in the bit that's going to be joined. There we go. And flip it over and do this top section. I think I did that. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, that's all that done. There. Yeah, I think I did both sides. Yeah, so leave them two to dry. And I'll come back. So I brought our beams back from the last video because we've got to put it all together now. So we get this one here. Check which way it goes. This is the side that we didn't paint, so we've got to put this in. This goes in here, and I'm just checking the right way up it goes. Yeah. So it goes in here, and this slope goes like that, not like that. And I'm going to sit that there. I'm going to put some glue in this section here. So this is the D, and it's going to go in this side where we've got 3, and then we've got 1 on that side. So we'll get some wood glue and just put a blob in each beveled section. That. And then bring our cocktail stick back. I think I'll get another one. Our cocktail stick, so we'll just spread that glue around inside those spaces. Like that. And then take this piece, and remember that it slopes that way and that way, and just fit it in. just wiggle it a little bit so it goes in the way it's supposed to go in. There. That's it. Just clean off the excess glue. That's how that goes. And this piece, turn it around, it goes that way. We see all the letters at the top, and that will go in there, that top one, like that there. And we've got to leave a gap for a wall that goes in there, so I'm not going to put this bit on. Or maybe I can. Yeah, I could move it, can't I? I can move it like that, yeah, so I'll put this in. Let's just put the glue in the top bevel area. And then just spread the glue around inside. Like that. And then flip it over so that the letters are showing on this side, and then just slot that in there. Like that. And then we've got, that'll move wherever we need it to move, because there's a position on here. These holes here show where this wall is going to be, and we've got to have a gap either side to allow space for the wall. So I'm going to leave that to dry. So I brought the base back because I want to just check that I'm doing it the right way. So let's just, so it needs to sit, let's see. Like that. So that's how it needs to sit, like that there. With that gap there for the wall that will be the wall that we've got up there. So that's how it sits, like that. All the edges lining up. That's how it will go. So what we need to do is, I need to move the wall aside, sorry, the ceiling aside, and I need to glue the other side. So I just need to flip it over like that, and I need to put glue on here. And also up here. Quite a lot of glue. A little bit there, a little bit there. I'm going to use a brush just to spread that around. Make sure we're getting it coated everywhere. get an even coat of glue all over. Got to work quite quickly because the glue starts to set really quickly. Not as quickly as super glue, but it does. When I was putting the basement lid on, I remember I had to put a load of glue on, and then the glue was starting to thicken. So I just need to move quite quickly. But I need to make sure that it all gets done. Like that. Just that last bit there. And there. So there, it's completely covered. So we've just got to check now. So we need to flip it over. Like that. And then we need to position it where it needs to go. So start lowering it down there to make sure it's lined up on the edges where it's supposed to go. Just gonna slide it up a little bit there. And we need that gap, which we've got, so I need to pull it in that way and pull it out that way. So I think that's a big enough gap there. Just need to press it down. It's okay, the glue dries transparent, so that needs to go. Just make sure the edges are lined up like that. It needs to come in a little bit like that. And we've got our gap. Just need to make that one slightly bigger. Got our gap for our wall. I think the wall is about that thick. Let me just pull it out slightly more there. And that is how that section, how the beams are attached. Just check your edges just to make sure they're flush, which mine are. Okay. So I'm hoping that, just pull that out slightly. Just hoping that's big enough for the wall to go in place. It's just a guess. I think it's okay. I could measure the wall actually. I'll measure the wall, thickness of the wall. That's roughly the thickness of the wall. It's almost a centimetre, so if it's almost a centimetre, that should be okay. That should be okay. As always, we've got merch for the channel. We have our Nerd Creative range and our Stay Creative range. Part of that merchandise is these stickers here. So we've got hoodies, t-shirts, baseball caps, water bottles. Links in the description. Get what you want. I'd like to thank you for your company. I'll see you in the next video. Stay creative.